This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Hi everyone, I'm Nitahone. I'm bringing you a draft video today. It's May in Oklahoma, so we have lots of severe weather. That's just kind of how May goes, but there's been a lot of it this week that has prevented me from being able to stream, basically, because, you know, power can always go out and I don't really want to be streaming when that happens, so I'm trying to fit recording a draft in while the weather is not bad. So, this pack. So, this is really strong if you can go mono green, but obviously that's not easy. I think mostly we're looking at Collective Nightmare and Deadly Derision. They're both great removal spells. I think I value Nightmare a little bit more, mostly because it's splashable. And splashing is very easy in the format, so my chances of playing this are pretty close to 100%. Deadly Derision is lower. I do think it might be a little bit better, but it's not that much better. I mean, this can be free sometimes. This does answer more things, but it always costs 4, you know, and it does give you a treasure, which is nice. But yeah, I think we go with Nightmare. It is a bit of a bummer that probably the two best cards are black, which means the person to our left is likely going to take Deadly Derision. But, again, because I can splash this, I don't think I care. Okay, we've got a great black card here in Blight Reaper Thallid. You know, you end up getting a ton of value out of this when you can transform it. Invasion of Asgol is good, but, you know, my chances of playing it, once again, are lower than Blight Reaper Thallid, although you don't really want to splash this. You can get away with splashing this, but, you know, this is a 2-drop that you usually want to be able to play on turn 2. And I do think it's what we take here. The Invasion is a close second, but we'll just take the mono black card. Okay, some more good stuff here. So, Nezumi Freewheeler is quite good, as is Invasion of Dominaria. The black card here, other black card here is good, but you know, I always want one of these, but you usually don't have to take one that early. Sometimes you end up never getting one after you say that, but so I'm thinking Freewheeler. Continue to say mono black. I mean, this card is really good. The value it can generate is big. You know, reanimating a small thing from the graveyard. Okay, so Gargantua is pretty good. Do I just want to take it? I think Wrath is great, but obviously we've taken 3 black cards, so that's less than ideal. Temporal Cleansing is really good, though it's better in like blue-red and blue-white than it's going to be in like blue-black, but it's still very good. Kind of considering just taking another black card, though, because this is a good one. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and take it. Another really good black card here. I mean, it's expensive, but this format is slow enough. You know, this reminds me a little bit of Rise of Extus, a removal spell we saw in Strixhaven. That was this clunky 6-mana thing, but then you got to learn. And so, in this case, we get it at instant speed. The other one was a sorcery, Rise of Extus. And then you get a body out of it, which is a pretty good deal. You know, it's expensive, but it does a good job. I do like Angelic Intervention and, you know, Astral Wingspan and Sigil Sentinel, but if they're going to keep giving us good black cards, I think we keep taking them. It's also likely to concern the person to our left who probably took Deadly Derision that they're not getting any good black cards. So, Emery's just not good in this limited format, as powerful of a card as she is. So, Bola Slinger's really good. I think it's enough better than Conviction and Icar's Shade that's where I'm going to go here. You know, this does kind of want us to be in a more aggressive deck, but there's no reason we can't be. You know, we did take a couple 6-drops, but you know, ooh, that is a late Invasion of Mercadia. This thing is so good. It's pretty high up on the list of uncommon sieges, battles. I think it is what we take here. A couple of medium black cards, a couple of white cards I'm not very interested in, and then the super powerful, you know, it's Tormenting Voice on one side, and the thing it transforms into takes over the game. So, you know, hard not to like it. Only has 4 defense, too, so. I like Aetherblade Agent. I do also like Alabaster Host Intercessor, and probably do like it a little more than the Agent, but we're pretty much a lock to play the Agent. Also cuts another black card for the person to our left. Dramatic Revelation's okay. I don't hate the idea of taking it. The other stuff here isn't great. I could take a Gain Land. I think we'll take Revelation. Okay, so medium red card. Inga Runai is probably the best card here. Battlefan's okay, but I do think Inga's good enough that I'll take her over it. All right, this Temporal Cleansing Wield, which is interesting. So maybe we're moving into blue. Yeah, another good blue card here. You know, well, solid anyway. That Invasion of Mercadia seems sort of like an aberration now. Okay, so we have Thalia and the Gitrog monster. We're pretty far away from being able to cast that. What else do we have here? Well, Completed Huntmaster is pretty good. It has been a little more disappointing than I expected. Jury's good if you can get sacrifice stuff going enough. Rouse Reinforcements is pretty nice if we're thinking about red at all still. Like, the mono black cards in this pack aren't awesome, so I'm not super interested in taking like a Huntmaster or an Ichor Shade. But maybe I'm just supposed to. I mean, the Huntmaster's, I think, good enough. Yeah. Could take Bloodfell Caves. I don't hate the idea of splashing this. It is better if you can play it on turn 2 consistently, but it might still be good enough. There's another Bola Slinger too, but yeah, we'll take the Huntmaster. Ooh, okay. So Voldaren Thrillseeker and Karuga. Man. So we're not going to be companioning Karuga. That much is clear, but it is very, very strong, and we already have a lot of cards. You know, 5 mana, 5/4 draws you a card when it enters the battlefield is great, and this has a much higher ceiling than that. It also has a floor where it's just a 5 mana 5/4, but you can usually draw off of it. But we've also got Voldaren Thrillseeker, which is great, Skyclave Aerialist, which is really good, and Vanquish the Weak, which is something I would like to see wheel. It's a hard choice here. These are all really good. Karuga would basically lock us into blue, and Thrillseeker would get pretty close to locking us into red. I mean, I do like the one red card we have a lot, like more than the other things. I think I'm going to take Thrillseeker in the end. If I could companion Karuga, I think it would be better, but the Thrillseeker, you know, putting counters on things, you know, being able to fling itself and the thing you put the counters on, like, it's just backbreaking most of the time. All right, I like Ichor Drinker a lot. You know, this was predictably like a one, you know, when in the set review, they give us all these 1-drops where it's like, these days where it's like, okay, this does a bunch of little things, but it only costs 1. It's probably good. And that is how it's panned out. And we will take it here. We're still not completely locked into anything. Ooh. Okay, so Final Flourish is really good, as is Invasion of Eldraine. This one has surprised me. It's like one of the best Mind Rots we've ever seen, probably. You know, it costs 1 more than Mind Rot, but has big upside. I would like an Unseal at some point. I do like Final Flourish. I like Artistic Refusal. I do feel like we're moving more in a red direction right now, but that's not guaranteed. Gosh, which of these do I want more? I don't actually have that much cheap removal, and I'm kind of going to need it. So I'm sort of leaning towards the Flourish over Invasion. I think I do take the Flourish, because we don't have enough cheap removal. Okay, so Stormclaw Ranger's nice. You know, you don't even really need synergy. It's just like a good card, and we are black-red, so I think we probably just take it. And I think that's sort of... Ooh, Judith just showed up right when I decided I was going to be black-red. That worked out well. That would have made me decide on its own, because Judith is nuts, buffs your whole board. Anything dying is a huge headache for your opponent, so, yeah. Okay, here's Zerda, which is just a really good, like, 3-drop. I'd probably take it. This is not a companion you can companion, but I do think it's better than consuming Aetherborn. It's just a 3-mana 3/3 with the ability to make things unable to block, and it decreases the cost of activated abilities. So, yeah, we do have several of those, like Transform and stuff counts. So I think we take another Ichor Drinker over Shatter, the source. Shatter's good removal, but Ichor Drinkers, getting them down early is great. Okay, so Jury came back. The bummer about Jury is he only counts sacrificed permanents. And right now we don't have that many ways to sacrifice things, but the upside is real. Raw's Reinforcements is good. I don't hate the Gain Land either. I'm sort of leaning towards Reinforcements. This has a higher ceiling, though. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Try to value Treasure and stuff like that. a little more to really get him there. He's sort of passable if you have like no sacrifice payoffs. I mean, it's 2 mana 1/1 that when it dies does 1 to something. We'll take the gorilla. It's not great, but it's fine. We'll take a Prankster here. And a Trailblazing Historian there. Maybe I should have just taken the card that would have been good in a wider variety of decks. We'll take this Gain Land. Right now we're not splashing anything with that Gain Land, but I do like the Gain Land. You know, getting one that late is always nice. Our deck looks pretty good, I think. If we can get there a little more on sacrifice synergies, like more Stormclaw Ragers would make this deck really good, I think. Heliod. Yeah, we can't play that. We do get a Stormclaw Rager like I asked for, and I probably take it now that I have Jury in the mix. I mean, it's just a great card anyway. I do like Gift of Completion, but apart from that, this pack's not that good for us. Yeah, we'll just take another Rager here. More sacrifice fodder would be good. We do have some, like the Blight Reaper Thallid tokens and Ichor Drinker. A little bit more would be good. This is something I wouldn't hate to splash, but we're pretty far away from being able to do it. Rawl's Reinforcement's also good sacrifice fodder, but I just think Ichor Drinker is better. Like, if I were in a Convoke deck, this would probably be better. But given what we're doing, I think I like Ichor Drinker a little bit more. Okay, Invasion of Volgrotha is a nice one. I don't think we have a battle yet. And it is a good one. It's removal. So hard to say no to that. The other things in this pack for us aren't especially enticing anyway, so Failed Conversion isn't terrible. We do have another land that can produce white, but that doesn't, you know, if I had some white card I was splashing, I would grab it. Searing Barb's okay. Might just take Failed Conversion. I think our curve's too high for me to feel great about Ren's Resolve. I might take one, but I think we'll just take the expensive removal spell here. Man, I do love C double, but obviously we're not going in that direction. This pack kind of looks like it has nothing for us, really. I could take a Trick, I guess. The Heel Slasher's okay, but it has definitely underperformed. Maybe that's just where I'm supposed to go. This Trick's okay, but I think Heel Slasher's fine pickup here. So Gain Land, Sack Outlet, but not an amazing one. Ichor Shade's not bad with what we have going on. I'm sort of leaning Gain Land. Like, at this point, I think our deck looks pretty good, and making our mana better is just going to be very nice. Okay, so I was talking about if I'm going to be convoking, I'd like to be able to go wide. Makes me wish I'd taken those Rawl's Reinforcements. I think we probably still take it, but it might not make the cut if we don't end up with enough creatures in our deck, but it is quite good when you can get it down, you know, for 5 or whatever. Wow. Why is Invasion of Mercadia and Stormclaw Rager in the same pack? I think Invasion of Mercadia is the better card between the two. I do really like Stormclaw Rager, especially when we've got Judith and Jury. But I kind of think a second Invasion is better than a third Stormclaw Rager. It's just so good. It's hard to say no to. I still can't believe how late I see Emoti going in drafts. I don't understand it. Obviously, we have no hope of playing it in our deck because we have no fixing that works with it, but I guess, this is probably better. That's weird, too. We do get a Rawl's Reinforcements, and I think we take it. Good sack fodder, plus helps us power out, convoke things. Dismal Backwater. Do we have a really good blue card? I mean, I don't hate Temporal Cleansing, but it's not enough to help me splash. I mean, I wouldn't hate splashing this either, but, you know, we can't have them both. I think I'll take the Gain Land. All right, so we do get Ren's Resolve. I'm not sure we'll end up playing it, but there's another Cleansing. Ichor Shade is acceptable. So, I think we ended up with a pretty good deck overall. You know, synergy is not a huge thing in this format. It's there, but it's not a completely synergy-driven format. we've got a little bit of synergy going on, you know, as a red-white, red-black sack deck, but we don't have so much of it that, you know, that's like all we're about. So, cards to trim. We're not companioning, but we do play this 3-mana 3/3 that can make things unable to block. I mean, that's pretty easy. Yeah. So, Dramatic Revelation's questionable in the end. I don't think we end up running it. Prankster's okay, but could be on the chopping block. Same thing with Historian. Usually, these black-red decks, I think, are a little bit better when you're sort of like a grindy value deck. And I'm not sure we 100% got there. It does feel a little bit more aggressive than it might be intended. But yeah, we have the Huntmaster, which ended up being better in our deck than we expected. This card is just really underperformed. Like, on paper, it looked better than it is, but it might just be something worth cutting here. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely leaving in Merciless Repurposing. These two could end up getting cut, the Gargantua and the Branch Burner. I think we cut Trailblazing Historian. Flitting Gorilla has been okay, but not great. Yeah, we'd probably cut that. Ickershade. We have like 3 really good sack outlets, which makes Ickershade better. I also think we have enough juice for Jury to work. I mean, he's not going to be incredible. When he gets really silly, you know, is when you have a bunch of treasure. Like, I had a deck once with, like, 2 Juries and Beamtown boomsticks and stuff, which lets you, you know, get treasure and sack them. And the deck, when it really got going, was insane, but it was a deck where I forced synergy super hard and got to do some silly stuff, but I went like 3-3 in the end, which is kind of what happens in this format when you force synergy instead of power, in my experience. Yeah. So, yeah, Ren's Resolve's not great for our deck. Like, our curve's pretty low, but not so low that I love the idea of casting it in this deck. We don't have that much in the way of card advantage, though. Like, I guess I could cut Gargantua first and sort of hold... That makes our curve lower for one thing, and then Ren's Resolve gives us a cheaper card advantage source. Yeah, I think we cut Heel Slasher. Probably a Gargantua. How many creatures do we have? So we have 16, but it's more than 16 because we've also got 2 invasions and Rawl's Reinforcements. So, actually, we have a 3rd battle. I said we didn't have a battle earlier. What was I talking about? Yeah. Failed Conversion's not awesome, but I don't have so much removal that I really feel like cutting it. But I do think the Branch Burner is going to be fine in this deck. So I think that brings us to, yeah, cutting Ren's Resolve. And then... Ickershade. I think it's going to be good enough in this deck that I don't really want to cut it. It's tough this last cut. Maybe I do just cut it though, huh? It's probably our worst card remaining in our deck. I mean, the Prankster's not great, but I think it's probably a little better than Ickershade. Maybe not in this deck though. Yeah, let's cut a Prankster and leave in the Ickershade. All right, so this looks like our deck looks pretty solid to me. Let's see how we do in the games. Okay, well, we got both of our Multiverse Legends. Branch Burner doesn't look great in this hand, but, you know, we have Sacrifice Outlet and 2 things that are pretty sweet when you sacrifice things. 2-drop and 3-drop, so I can't be too upset about it. Both are colors of mana, too. Why? I don't understand, like, the thing with... Now you can have the preferred lands, but it's like they don't always work. Like... I clearly had to do something to actually make it preferred, which sort of defeats the purpose, because now I just have these, like, normal lands. Jury might be dead. Yep. We do get to do 1 damage to them. I mean, you know, as a fail case, could be worse. Oh man, that would have been spicy. What do I want to play here? I don't really love the idea of playing the Thrill Seeker in a situation where I don't have another body to put counters on, because that way I know I'm going to get value, and it'll be particularly nuts with Judith. So I could play Judith. I don't love her dying either. She also does 1 damage, you know, at worst to something when she dies. I think I'll go Huntmaster here. Yeah. Alright, well, they don't really have a way to pressure me, at least. But obviously they're interested in making this game go long. I do have to worry about that 1-1 over there. So I don't really want to play Thrill Seeker here. I think we probably just play Judith and attack them. Doesn't really matter what we leave up. What can we bluff if we leave up 1 red? Nothing really, so we can at least... yeah. So that means we can attack for 3. Next turn we can play the Branch Burner, if that's what we want to do. I don't need to worry too much about this 1-1. Oh. So we're going to take our Thrill Seeker, obviously. But, you know, fail cases, we play Branch Burner this turn. Seems pretty good. I think that's probably what we do. We're just looking at a 1-1 here, so I think just playing a 4-4, which will actually be a 5-4 with haste, is going to be pretty great for continuing to pressure them. I mean, I could play Freewheeler or something, leave this ability up in case that matters, but we'll just play Branch Burner here. So yeah, I mean, I guess they could buff this and transform it or whatever, but well, they do have a Monastery Mentor, which I'm not thrilled about. Okay, they didn't play a non-creature spell, though, so I think I can live with it. I think I'm going to attack here with Branch Burner and Huntmaster and then play Freewheeler. If they kill the Huntmaster, I mean, to do that, they have to double block, and then I can also kill the 1-1, so... yeah, I haven't gotten really any of my fodder in this particular game, unfortunately. Just like the payoffs, and that does happen. But yeah, we'll attack with both of these, and then we'll play Nezumi Freewheeler, which is a pretty scary body on this board for them, especially if we transform it and get back Junji or something. Yeah, I mean, you can block, but it doesn't accomplish that much. So I don't think I would either. Did we mill anything exciting? Sort of. Yeah, they have their own Freewheeler. But I think they're probably dead. I need something amazing here. Okay. So that should just give me lethal, because I can just attack them for 5 in the air, play Stormclaw Rager, and do the rest of the damage by sacking things with Judith in play. Yeah. Well, I could just attack with all 3 of these also. Could also transform this first. I mean, I would get back... could get Kite Sail. Blight Reaper Thalad's cool, but... I'm trying to think what's the highest percentage play in terms of actually killing them here. I think it's attacking with everything but Judith and then using the Rager if they have any life left after that. Because, yeah, I mean, they need, like, 2 removal spells. Plus we do damage, even if they kill our stuff. Yeah, I mean, that'll just kill them. We don't even have to do anything else. Unless I do have Angelic Intervention, but that doesn't make a difference. Our Freewheeler dies and does 1 to them. And then the other one dies and does 1 to them. So. Nice. That game went pretty well. Can we keep it up? Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Early removal, early battle. 1 attack from Branch Burner can take it down, so maybe things will line up for us to do that. I wouldn't hate a 2-drop creature somewhere in the mix, but can't complain too much about this hand. Or 1-drop creature, okay. We do have 3 of them, so I think we'll be playing them on turn 1 a fair amount of the time. So I probably just kill that thing. I'll attack into it first. I mean, I could wait. Maybe I'm supposed to wait. Just play Invasion of Mercadia here. Could also play Aetherblade Agent. Definitely attacking. Just a question of whether I want to play something other than Final Flourish here. I mean, if I play a creature, I do get closer to Shivan Branch Burner, and this can't transform for several turns, so I think I will play Aetherblade Agent here. Ooh. 2 of them, huh? Ooh. Well. We're going to attack again. I really want to play Rawl's Reinforcements, but if I do that, I leave myself open to them transforming one of these, which I don't really think we want to do. Question is, do I leave mana up? I mean, I think I do. No matter what, I'm going to kill one of these, and if I leave mana up, it forces them to do something else. It would have been nice to draw a 4th land, because then I could have played Rawl's Reinforcements and left up mana for Final Flourish, but as is, I think we just leave up the Flourish in case they try to transform here. And if they don't try to transform, I mean, we take 4 and then kill one of them in the second main phase. We get huge tempo if they try to transform. I mean, that's why it's worth doing this. But yeah, we'll go ahead and try to kill one of them now either way. Decent chance they have something, but at least they have to use it. These transforming isn't like the end of the world, but, you know, does draw them a card and stuff like that, so. Makes it bigger. Would love to draw a land so I can play... Okay. They're going to kill my creature. Yeah, it's not a land. Thinking about playing Invasion of Mercadia and pitching something, but again, probably playing a creature or Rawl's Reinforcements is probably just better. Yep, we're going to have to let them transform now. I think we'll go with Rawl's Reinforcements. That way, if we draw a land, we can play the Branch Burner. It's going to transform now, most likely, which does take them down to 14. I don't hate that part. I especially don't hate it if I draw a land, and I do, which means I can play Branch Burner here. All right, Inga. So I'd probably play Invasion of Mercadia this turn. It's a question of what I discard. Yeah, because I can just attack the invasion and get the creature, which is nuts. So that's probably what we're gonna do. Do I want to discard Bloodfell Caves at this point? I mean, maybe. Might just be repurposing, because we're planning on winning before we need it. But we might not. Either way, we're playing the invasion, so let's just cast it. The land is nice because it does get us closer to repurposing, so it's really a choice between these two, I think. Like, discarding Stormclaw doesn't make much sense since we can cast it and stuff. I am likely to draw at least one land. Yeah, I think we'll discard the caves. We do not draw land, but we drew a couple good cards. That'll help us go even wider, which is quite good since we're going to get this thing. So, yeah, we'll play Jury here. I can live with it, even though I didn't draw land. Yeah, I was wondering what their second color is. That has been beneficial for us so far. This turn, I can play Ichor Drinker and then use this ability and attack with everything, and that should basically kill them. I guess we'll see. They might have a way of stopping us. I guess killing Branch Burner would make it harder. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to win if they killed the Branch Burner. Or bounced it with Temporal whatever. But I would just put it on top of my second 2 cards deep into my library. They could kill the Flamewright, which makes sense. Might make more sense than killing the Branch Burner since it's such a insane value engine. They clearly have removal. It's just a question of whether they're going to use it. Or what they're going to use it on. Yeah, they do have to sack something at least, but yeah. I mean, I think that's okay for us overall. Obviously, we can't just like win the game this turn now, but we still have a pretty nice board overall. Okay, so let's think here. I could play the Rager, sack both of these to make this a 3/3. That doesn't really accomplish that much at this point. So I think we just attack with Branch Burner, and then we can threaten to do that nonsense next turn. We have a lot of 1/1s. So yeah, we'll play Ichor Drinker and Stormclaw Rager. I could sack something now to make this a 2/2. I also draw a card, of course. Yeah, that's probably worth doing. Like, these random 1/1s aren't doing that much for us. I'd rather hold on to the lifelink ones, I guess. Even though they can make bodies from the graveyard, they aren't bodies I can use. Well, I can sacrifice them. Okay, I convinced myself. Yeah, okay. That is a pretty gross combo. Another nice hand. We can even cast Zerda, which sometimes might be a little awkward. Double red and all that. Okay. Now we have a 2-drop, too. We're drawing quite well so far, if you haven't noticed. We just, like, keep curving out. And we're going to here. We don't have a awesome sack outlet or anything. That's annoying. I don't think it's so annoying that I want to kill it. I think I'd probably just play Zerda. I mean, if they end up having removal here, it sucks a little bit. But I can live with it. We can kill it with Invasion of Olgratha once we get there. And then maybe they're stuck on 2 lands. It does look like they are. Okay. Interesting. I'm a little tempted to do something with Final Flourish here, but I may as well do it at instant speed and just pass my turn. It is worth remembering, if I sack this, this allows me to only pay 1 to transform the thing that comes, the incubator, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, we don't have to sack it right now, obviously, but that is on the table. Especially if they try to use, like, Cosmic Hunger or something here, then it's really on the table. Alright, so they have an invasion. So, this probably means I'm just supposed to Invasion of Olgratha, the Wayfinder here. That's probably just the best bet for us. Yeah. And I think we'll attack them because... Actually, do we want to attack this? Maybe. She's not nearly as, like, you desperately want her as our Flamewright, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll attack it. We have pretty good blocks for the Guardian, and it can't transform this turn, so... Doesn't hurt my feelings too much. Like, if they attack, I think I probably block with Junji, because Junji just threatens to trade between the 1 combat damage and the 1 damage from it dying. So... Or, I keep calling it Junji, even though that's like a black dragon from Neon Dynasty. Okay. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Okay. So here's Judith. She makes their life miserable, and feel kind of bad about it. I can't cast Final Flourish anymore, but it doesn't really matter. So, yeah. Well, maybe I should have cast Final Flourish. So I could just make one of these unable to block and attack with both of these, which is not a terrible plan. Yeah, I think I like it. Well, you know what? I think we probably attack them with this and attack this with both of these. Even if they block Juri, not Junji, we get it back. And if they kill Zerda with a double block here, yeah, they don't. But that wouldn't have hurt our feelings too much. And I don't think I actually want to cast the invasion, because Final Flourish is something I want. There are a lot of cards I'd be willing to discard, but I don't think that's one of them. I mean... Do I block one of these? I think so. Especially because I get to ping something. I mean... I think we'll block the flyer. If they have removal or a trick or whatever, that's fine. They still have to do some significant work. Okay. Well, kind of interesting they killed Zerda and not Judith, I think. Ooh, I should have just done 1 to the Guardian twice. I screwed that up. Screwed that up. Well, only 1 black mana is a little annoying. Probably just play Blight Reaper Thallid and transform it. Yeah, that's really good here. They can transform this, but... And that does make me want to leave up mana a little bit. But yeah, I think we'll just attack them. Play the Thallid. If they have Cosmic Hunger, this might suck, but hopefully they don't. Well, I think Judith's probably dead now, right? Unless they're so desperate to flip their battle, they want to kill my Thallid? That would be crazy. You don't want to do that, yeah. Okay. So it's finally Invasion of Mercadia time, I think. I think I'm going to discard the Huntmaster. Alright, more removal is good. Especially effectively free removal. Yeah, so I think we attack Invasion of Mercadia here with the Thallid, and then just leave mana up for our removal. If they block, we'll use Final Flourish to break it up, but I could also play out the Rager and still have mana up for Collective Nightmare. I probably don't need them both up. Yeah, let's play the Rager. Good old Collective Nightmare. Looks like I'm tapped out, but if they try to transform their Guardian, then the tempo hit is going to be massive. I don't think they will, most likely, but they might have a fight spell or something. Invasion of Belenon, okay. You do get a token. Alright, so we're going to block. I would imagine they have a trick here, and we're going to get to blow them out on it, because I don't know why else they would attack, but maybe they don't. Who's going to do the blocking? So, probably, gosh, the awkward thing is I don't really want to block with the Rager in case things do go sideways somehow. Like, you know, if they decide not to block, not to use a trick, then that's kind of a pain. Jury can kill it, but then I'm losing, like, the combo of Stormclaw, Rager, and Jury. I guess I could block it. Yeah. It's probably Stormclaw Rager that's supposed to do the blocking. Luckily, it looks like they will use a trick, so that makes me feel better about things. Well, ooh, interesting. So they're gonna tandem takedown on invasion. That okay. What do I do here? Let them have an anthem. Or kill one of these. Definitely casting Collective Nightmare. It's just a question of on what. It's probably just on this, and we'll let them have their anthem. I mean, I guess it does mean I can't kill those things with an easy Final Flourish. I mean, I could still kill them, but okay. So, yeah, let's do this. Alright, that's pretty good. It'd be better if I had more black mana, but, you know. And we're gonna do this. So, yeah, then I think we probably use I can sack an artifact with that, huh? Okay. So... options. No, I think we want to leave up Final Flourish. Yeah, so... maybe I'm just supposed to attack them. I probably am at this point. So if they double block the Rager, I can use Final Flourish. Yeah, I mean, I have to sack something, which I don't love, but it's probably still worth doing. And also I buff Jury, so... this is why I sort of thought about using Ichor Drinker, but the problem is that costs black mana, so... yeah, I think we'll sack this. This blows them out on the board. Hits them for 4. Leaves us with a 4/4, 2 4/4s and a 1/1. Seems pretty good. Okay, that is big when you have an Anthem. So I guess this has become a mini game of we just need to buff Jury big enough, and I think we can just do it here. Buff it to 7 and attack them, I guess. Well, we're definitely going to do this. Then we're going to do this. Yeah, we just need to get them both to 7, which we can do. I guess that doesn't guarantee we win, though, does it? Oh, it does if I get Jury big enough and then sack Jury, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what we'll do. Nice. So we did end up with a fair bit of synergy in this deck, thanks to like Stormclaw Ragers and Jury and Judith. They've gotten to go off a couple times. Okay, another good hand. Not quite as nuts as some of the other ones, but we do have Jury and Stormclaw Rager and Voldaren Thrillseeker and Invasion. I mean, our cards are just good, you know? So. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see whether I should play Invasion of Mercadia on turn 2 or Jury. Jury's a pretty good place to put those counters. So I think trying to play Jury on turn 2 and then Thrillseeker put the counters on Jury sounds like a pretty good start. So they might have counter magic here. I think we still run Jury out here. If they do have counter magic, they could counter Invasion of Mercadia too. So it doesn't really... I mean, Jury takes a little more effort to make it work than the Invasion does, frankly, even with 2 Stormclaw Rages in our hands. So we're just gonna play it, and it probably gets countered. Unless it doesn't. They're thinking about it. So they have the 2-mana counter spell. But maybe they just have removal? No, they're going to Island Cycle. Okay. Yeah, Thrillseeker, put the counter on Jury. 2 counters on Jury is pretty gross. Especially because the Thrillseeker can later sack itself and add another counter to Jury. Seems pretty good. Yeah, I almost definitely have counter magic, so I could play around it a little, but, like, I wouldn't feel as bad about them countering Invasion of Mercadia as Thrill Seeker or Stormclaw Rager. So yeah, I think that means we just attack them for 1 here. And then play Stormclaw Rager and see what happens. I think that's the plan. Yeah, maybe I should have expected this. We do 1 to them at least, you know. Can't do more because hexproof, but you know. So I don't really want to play Thrill Seeker when I can't leave the mana up. So I'm going to play Stormclaw Rager. Wow, that is spicy. Gosh, how much instant speed nonsense do they have? Feels like I'm playing Constructed. So I think I'm going to try to cast Foldarin Thrill Seeker here. Well, I don't need to do it first main phase, because as long as I leave the mana up, I feel fine about the exchange. So yeah, let's play the Thrill Seeker. Put the counters on itself. End our turn. Okay, I wonder what they're going to target. They might target the Rager because they want the life. Yeah, that is what they do. Okay, so I think I'm going to discard 1 Invasion of Mercadia to another Invasion of Mercadia. Yeah. Or a land. Let's discard a land. Yeah, alright, so I'm actually going to attack them. I'm not wide enough right now that Invasion of Mercadia seems that enticing to me. And if I play the Branch Burner, I can just take it down in 1 hit anyway, so. Don't like that they've made, you know, they have so many cards in their hand and so much mana. Alright, well, that doesn't worry me too much. Yeah. So, I guess we're going to go ahead and Final Flourish and sack Ichor Drinker here and attack them for 3 again. I could play Invasion of Mercadia and discard, like, Merciless Repurposing. And then I still have a Final Flourish option. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's do that. Would I rather discard Repurposing or the Branch Burner? And this lets me actually... No, it doesn't, because I have to sack something to kill Thunderhead Squadron. Yeah, I think I'd rather discard Repurposing. Okay. And then we will Final Flourish. Doesn't mean we don't have mana up, which I don't love, but, you know. Still really not going that wide. I'm just going to attack them again. This can't help me go wide all on its own, it's worth noting, but... Yeah. We could have used a Scornblade Berserker in our deck. They're worried, evidently. I mean, they can get a lot of value, but, you know, no matter... They still haven't really added a real thing to the board. for the most part. Alright, so let's attack with Thrill Seeker here. Then I guess we'll play Stormclaw Rager and Aetherblade Agent in our second main phase. I could play something that can block the 2/2 a little bit better instead, an Ichor Shade. Doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, so let's play Ichor Shade and Aetherblade Agent. We're not leaving mana up for this anymore, but I think adding 2 legit bodies to the board is probably worth it. Hopefully they don't have some huge Haymaker spell. They definitely could, unfortunately. Okay. Could play Branch Burner here. But with all that mana, I don't love that plan. I also don't love transforming this. So I think we attack with Ichor Shade and Thrill Seeker, both at them. We are getting to the point where that's a little bit interesting, but at the same time, they're at 11 life. And we can lower their life pretty rapidly. Clearly they've got something here. Yeah, Cryptomancer. Can't really do anything about it. That's okay. Drop them to 8. Do I just play the Branch Burner still? I think leaving up mana for Thrill Seeker when they're this low on life is probably a good idea. Yeah, so let's play Stormclaw Rager. And then use Ichor Drinker's ability. They're at 8. We can do 3 direct damage. Ooh, what are you going to get back? Something gross. Hopefully my Branch Burner can just make it not matter. That's what I'm hoping. If they tap out here, I think we're in pretty good shape. But we'll see what they do. They do have, I mean, they could get back 2 creatures, 2 small ones, or 1 big thing. They went with medium and big. If I play Branch Burner, am I supposed to attack Invasion of Mercadia at this point? Probably, I guess. They could also cast a 3/4, but that would be pretty brave, I think. Because they'd have to tap 3 creatures to do it. Looks like they might do it. Oh my. Okay. Do we just have lethal now? That they only have 1 blocker? Yeah, I don't have to tap anything. Yeah, we've got lethal. Provided they don't have... And there's not anything with Convoke they could even do. Oh, I don't have mana up, actually. That... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, there is Dispersal. Yeah, I'm dumb. Should have thought about that. I was too busy thinking about Convoke to think about the thing that doesn't have Convoke, but would do the job. Okay. So that's bad. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, it is bad. I was somehow thinking it was Jury, which meant I could. Did not play that great. I should have known Dispersal was a distinct possibility. Yeah, they're going to flip this now. Not great. They are out of gas, but so are we at this point. Alright, so we're just going to cast Branch Burner here. Don't have an attack with it, so we won't be taking one. They definitely have the better board state now. And we're both in top deck mode. They are at lower life. That matters, but yeah. Messing up with my attack there was not optimal. Okay, that's nice when you have a Stormclaw Rager in play. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Man, that's like the perfect counter to our shenanigans. Do we have removal left that can deal with her, or did I foolishly discard it? Yeah, that's not great. I think we probably still sack both of these, but Grandmother Ravi Singer is not our friend. Plus, we're going to draw every land in the world. Yeah, and then we'll end our turn. Not good. Freaking Afara's Dispersal. We're actually slightly closer to milling out than they are, too, which is less than ideal. There's our completed Huntmaster. So, yeah, let's play our Huntmaster. Guess we're going to transform this. And end our turn. So if I had just not attacked that turn, I think we probably would have won. It's not guaranteed, though. I mean, they clearly had some juice to to make our lives difficult. I'm at 9. It's not really where I want to be. Every time I sack something, Ravi Singer gets bigger. But I think we have to dig to have a chance now. Well, that's interesting. She turns off our ability to just sack a bunch of stuff to kill them, though, which is frustrating. But it does certainly make the situation better, no doubt about that. Counterspell. We can pay 4 for the typical counterspell in the format. Not for that one, though. Yeah. That probably does it. Alright, I mean, drawing a thing I could play there is pretty good, I guess. This does make me really wish I'd attacked those invasions, too. Like, you know, it's always... Hindsight's always 20/20, but I think I screwed up, so... I can't just blame it on not knowing the future. So we're going to take 6 here. It's not super likely they can kill us. But I guess if they have the invasion here... No, Corruption of Tawashi. Well, he enters tapped. So, yeah. We're gonna have to dig for stuff and hope we somehow find a way still. Because if I just pass now, they attack with all the flyers and kill us. So. Yeah, we'll sack this. I don't think we really have any outs at this point. Actually, that does weaken her enough, but they would still get through for lethal. Does killing something here allow me to get through for lethal? I don't think so. If I kill the 3/4, I can actually survive another turn. Plus I get to surveil 2. So I guess that's what I'm going to try to do here. We might still be dead because it can just go wide enough. Oh, they can sack it in response, yeah. But then that taps the Huntmaster. Don't think that's going to be enough to matter, unfortunately. But yeah, or they can do that without having to tap anything. But they untap Grimgrin. Yeah. It all goes horribly wrong. Grandmother Ravi Singer ruined my life. Yeah, they got us. I played, like, the short game in that game by, like, you know, not attacking my battles and discarding our removal spell. Because I thought I was going to be able to get there. But that, as far as dispersal, as it often does, didn't let it happen. Can't believe I forgot about that card. I was like, well, they can't... I can think of all the Convoke cards, but... Pretty good hand. Can't cast Zerda right now, but, you know. You can cast our other things. Now we can. That is generally going to be the better curve out, just because it's a better attacker. Yeah, if they have a battle, that's not going to be fun. We can transform this more cheaply, which is nice. Yeah, I would have just taken it if they attacked me there. Not worth risking a transformation here when they have this much mana up. I'm trying to decide if it's worth attacking with Zerda. I mean, most of my abilities already cost 1. It does decrease the cost of this. But trading Zerda for War Historian seems okay. But maybe I'm just supposed to play Stormclaw Rager and pass. Then we have Invasion of Olgrotha. Yeah, let's just play Stormclaw Rager and pass. The Invasion can kill the War Historian, in theory. So they're playing like a multicolored deck, which is a real thing in this format, as you've seen me do a few times. Good fixing, and if you open the right bombs, like, it's definitely what you want to do. Okay. Them playing a battle would be very bad, especially if it has, like, 3 defense. It's probably exactly what's about to happen. Now that I said it. Gosh. Another opponent just leaving all their mana up. I don't like it. Alright, so we're going to play Invasion of Olgrotha and see what happens. See what happens. Probably gets countered, or they save their War Historian, or something. Or that. Do I attack my invasion? Probably. I mean... Yeah. Something's probably going to die here, though. Yeah. Or maybe both things. Yeah, they have so much mana, and completely fixed mana, too, because of this. So... I'm not liking that. I haven't had to play against this card yet in this format, shockingly. So... Basically... I have to draw Deadly Derision or whatever, the 6 mana removal spell we have in our deck, or lose. Okay. So they're going to hit us for 14 here. We can transform our invasion, but it's not going to matter. Well, that's funny. You know, mediocre removal, doing mediocre removal things. Yeah. Don't think we can get out of this. Nope. So we won our first 3 in a row, and then we lost the last one in like a long battle, and in that one we just got destroyed by a deck that ramped into Galta and Mavrin. Good times. Can we get a winning record? I feel like my last several drafts I've posted on YouTube have been 3 and 3s. Only black mana, but we do have a 2-drop. I mean, these things are expensive, but I do think it's keepable. It's not an amazing hand, but it's pretty good. Drawing a mountain would make it pretty much amazing. So we do get to transform our Thallid here. And that's all we can do, so it's what we're going to do. I love making a Saproling when my opponent has a 3-1. Come on, mountains. Another ramp deck, and we're not doing that good a job of attacking them. We did draw something we can play, at least. I think I might just attack with both here, because Freewheeler can get it back later. And we get a Saproling if they block. So, yeah, I think we attack. If they don't block, that's fine, too. Then we'll just play Freewheeler. Probably mill 3 mountains. If we draw a 5th land, I mean, we're kind of in business, even if it's not a mountain, so... Do they leave their thing on top? No. They don't want their Skittering Surveyor, so they must have all the mana they need. We milled 3 swamps! Don't hate that, provided we draw a 5th swamp soon. Because now if we draw like another red card, we are in trouble. Because drawing a 5th swamp would have at least let us use this ability. We could have cast Invasion of Ogratha, and we could have cast Failed Conversion. But now... the situation is not such. It would have been worse if it was 3 mountains, but 3 swamps is another wary thespian. They didn't want to put their card in the graveyard that time. Okay, we did draw something we can play, so I can live with it. I think we attack with Freewheeler. They can animate this and double block, but I get to kill them both. That's fine. If I, if I had a 5th land, I think I'd be a little more interested in. But yeah, I do kill both of these things, so it doesn't upset me too much. They get to Surveil again, but we know they don't want to put their thing in the graveyard. Drawing a red card there would have been very bad. Don't think I would have attacked if that's what happened. So, God, I've discarded so many Merciless Repurposings, but it's what I'm leaning towards again here. Judith is just going to be so good if we ever draw a mountain. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what we were afraid of. We will end our turn. We were like extremely lucky in our first 3 games, and then we should have won that 4th game, but yeah, we'll take 3. Because if they let us have a board we can attack on, which if we draw a land is pretty likely, because we could either cast Failed Conversion or Invasion of Ogratha. Where do they put that counter? Okay, well now it's less likely. We do draw a mountain. Living the dream. what am I going to kill? And how am I going to do it? Do I just want to play Judith? Or, I mean, I probably want to play the invasion and kill, like, the Chomping Kavu. Yeah. And we'll pass. I could attack, but the Informant can trade now with the Mind Stinger, so I don't love it. We will take 3 again. Okay, we got to mill an Ichor Drinker. We should get some value out of that. So they can, like, recast a Chomping Kavu here, which is real annoying. But what are you going to do? Where do you put the counter? Well, I think we'll kill Chomping Kavu. Basically do the same thing we just did. Ichor Shade, do we want you? I do want another mountain. I mean, once we have Stormclaw Rager, Ichor Shade's pretty good. I think we probably just leave things as is here. I could attack, and they're very likely to block. I'm going to have to discard something, which I guess might be Zerta, given what's in her hand. If they don't block, I get to draw a card, so I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, it's probably time to just do this. Yeah, they'll trade. So we can play Stormclaw Rager and Judith, potentially. Seems pretty good. Yeah, they're going to make us discard. I think that means we discard Zerta, like I said. Well, that's big. Sort of hoping they'd run out of gas. Okay, so Stormclaw Rager, Judith. Do they transform? Is that the plan here? Could trade Stormclaw Rager and pick off Nezumi Informant. That's kind of hard to say no to, honestly. I like drawing cards, but... Does mean Ichor Shade's not quite as good, but that's okay. Even as a 7/5 Menace with Judith in play, it's not that hard for us to take it down. Like, I can just block with both Saprolings and ping it or whatever. And then also kill Skittering Surveyor, so, you know, comes out pretty good. That is not ideal. Alright, so we'll pass. Well, they make us discard a mountain. Better than if, you know, we actually held on to something. I guess it was probably better to just play the mountain overall, but... yeah, we'll hold on to this one too. Judith has made their life difficult, but if they find, you know, she dies to everything. So all they have to do is find a way to deal with her, and then we are done. Oh, hello. Isn't that interesting? Yes, it is. Okay. So let's play Thrill Seeker. I think I'm going to put the counters on Ichor Drinker. I could put the counters on something. The thing about Ichor Drinker is it gains us life, but if I put it on something that will have 5 power, I can attack the battle, and they have to worry about that. So that's probably better. A flyer would really help us out. I think they'll block in one way or another, but we get some pretty significant value. Okay. Well, not if they chump block, really, but try to decide if I want to kill their Plated Kiln Beast. I mean, probably, right? Yeah. And this can do 2 to something because of Judith. 3, effectively. But yeah. Okay, well that makes things a lot better. This is going to grow too, so that's nice. Now we can attack pretty brazenly. Oh, that makes things a little more difficult. So I think we do this in response. Just kill the one they're targeting. What do I want to do 1-2? I guess invasion. That tempo is pretty real. Ooh, hello. Well, we might turn our fortunes around yet. Yeah, we're just going to pay full 7 here. That's going to attack that, and everything else is going to attack them, except Judith. I don't really see a reason to risk her, since she's the only reason we're in this game. Well, there's a Hoarding Broodlord. That's bad. I've lost to this card so many times in this format. I don't know how many times I've done it on stream or in a draft I posted on the YouTube channel, but good God. I had somebody play Hoarding Broodlord and search up Elish Norn once. That was fun. But I've lost to it many, many times. They probably grab something they can cast now, which is bad for us. I mean, probably could be worse, but I think that's enough to keep them alive, unfortunately for us. I think we still... So they have 3 blockers. They can block with the Broodlord, but then the Branch Burner kills the Broodlord with Judith's trigger. If they block Judith with Preening Champion... I mean, it doesn't make sense to attack with Judith, no. The only time it makes sense is if you know you can get lethal, and it's just not possible here with them at 12. I guess maybe they block Grandmother Ravi Singer with the Broodlord. That's less than ideal. But yeah, I think we probably still rumble here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that is how they block. So we'll do 1 to them. And in the turn... Am I going to beat Hoarding Broodlord for once? I don't know if I've ever beaten it when my opponent has cast Hoarding Broodlord. Drawing a real card would have been nice, but yeah, I mean, I think we swing out. I mean, they could have a Farah's Dispersal or something, I guess, but I've only got 1 card. Surely they didn't top deck a Farah's Dispersal, right? Right? No. All right. That was better. They drew really bad late. They had like every land in their deck. But hey, it happens. It'll happen to me too, so. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. Have this combo. Now the Thrill Seeker has joined the party. Yeah. That's going to give them quite a large creature. I'd rather play the Thallid. I don't think so. I mean, anytime you can put the counters on Jury with the Thrill Seeker, it's kind of hard not to do that. Especially if they attack me here and leave only 1 mana up. It is kind of exciting to imagine waiting until I can pay for this, because it would do 3 to 2 different targets, for example, which is pretty nuts. But yeah, I mean, I think it's probably still worth doing. I don't know what they're trying to decide. I think I would attack if I were them. I mean, all right. You're gonna make that a 4/4 now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this. We'll attack with Jury. They may or may not chump block. They don't get a Surveil off of it, so that's nice. Yeah, we'll take 4. So, I probably play Stormclaw Rager here. Ugh. That's an annoying card. I can kill it with my Thrill Seeker fairly easily, on the bright side of things. So, do I attack here? I kind of don't think so. Leaving up a mana for the Thrill Seeker ability for when they crew this is good. I guess I could attack them with the 3/3. I'm not planning on blocking this next turn, so yeah, let's attack with the 3/3. See what happens. And then we'll play Rager. Which can allow for all kinds of shenanigans, potentially. Interesting they chose not to block when they were just going to sack. But I guess maybe they were leaving 1 mana up for something. Suspicious. That is suspicious. Alright, I'm glad I have 2 mountains. Because, yeah, that would have been not great. Guess they're going to attack it here. Which I think probably means I'm supposed to block with Thrill Seeker and sack it to ping them, just to put another counter on Jury. Okay. I mean, I could play Branch Burner here, but it's definitely better to play the Thallid and transform it. We'll attack them for 6. Play Thallid. Playing the Thallid and transforming it sets us up a lot better for doing stuff with Stormclaw Rager and everything. And Sheevan Branch Burner, for that matter. I wonder if I'm just supposed to let them have this time. See how they try to go about attacking it, I guess. I can't imagine I'm just supposed to let them have it. Yeah, I'll chump with the Saproling. I mean, one less creature to block definitely matters right now. I could have double blocked with Thallid plus Saproling, but that's more likely to go really sideways on us. I mean, if it worked, we'd still have a Saproling and no Thallid, but gross. We do have a legendary creature, and I get to do 4 to them. So I will. And I get a Saproling. Oh man, if I draw a land, I can just play Branch Burner. How about that? Can we draw a land? No, but we do draw removal, which is acceptable. I will attack them. Hopefully I'm able to just kill this thing here and they don't have some sort of trick up their sleeve. Looks like they do. Okay, well, a trick I can live with, especially if they don't play anything else this turn. Especially if they don't play a flyer and I just draw a land. Fingers crossed. Well, that's not a flyer. Did not draw a land, though. Alright, so it's freewheeler time. If I tap my mana differently. So yeah, we're going to pass. We really don't want them to get this one. She's insane. This one's not insane, but is not great for us. And I don't want them to get a flyer because it can block Sheevan Branch Burner for a turn. But I kind of think we're going to let them have it here. Please give me a land. Seriously? Alright, alright. I guess I can live with it, but a land would have been nice. So if they attack with Prickle Fairies here, don't have a flying blocker, we can win next turn. Assuming they don't have removal for our Branch Burner, who's been trapped in our hand for forever. We will drop to 7 on our turn. If they attack us, we'll go to 5. They are going for us. Which means they may just have lethal. I think it's safe to say it will be coming down to this turn. Does this work? It does. It took us a while to draw that land, but we got it. Well, did we ever draw the land? I don't remember now. But we had enough creatures, is the point. All right, nice hand. I think I play Blight Reaper first. Attack's better. And don't love that. Might just transform here. Seems pretty good. Oh boy. 2 very scary transform creatures. Luckily, they're not scary immediately, so there's that. I think I'm going to Invasion of Mercadia, Discord Ichor Drinker, see what happens. Man, how many times have I cast Invasion of Mercadia and then not drawn any lands off of it? Seems like a lot. Yep, we're going to attack that. Drop it to 1. Play Etherblade Agent. This may make them stop attacking us, which I can live with. Invasion of Olgratha, kill Herbology Instructor, seems pretty good. Failed Conversion seems okay. I mean, they could have a lot of things. They could have removal here, which is why I don't really want to try to transform this. I could also go more conservative, but I think we play a battle here and try to kill one of these things. Could have counter magic. Looks like they do because of the stick here. Yep, they annihilated our essence. I could attack with all 3 of these on Invasion of Mercadia here. It's not a terrible plan when I have Rawl's Reinforcements in my hand. I can just get away with attacking with these 2, so I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, they have to block both, and that means both their things die, and my Blight Sower doesn't, so works for me. Also leaves a Saproling if they double block Blight Sower, so not really a reason to attack with the Saproling there because it would just get eaten by Herbology Instructor. This can trade with the Instructor, so if I had cast Failed Conversion there, maybe I should have thought about that when trying to play around the counter magic. Because Failed Conversion can't be countered by Assimilate Essence. It's hard to say no to value, though. They're stuck on 2, which is obviously good news for us. Chiron Flameright can really put the game out of reach if they don't have something they can do with it soon. Okay. Well, I can play Ickershade here, and then use Chiron Flameright's ability and attack with everything. Seems pretty good. Probably just discard Rawl's Reinforcements. This is like, you know, it's like I get to cast Rawl's Reinforcements plus something else when I use it, so we'll just get rid of the reinforcements and see what happens. Looks like they're killing something. Tapping things. Okay, well, we still get to hit them for 8. So I think that's okay by me. Rough that that's what they had to do, but yeah. Hard to win when you're stuck on 2, especially when there's a Chiron Flameright you can't deal with. And they couldn't tap, well, they could have tapped the Flameright on their turn. I mean, that sucks too, though. They would have, I could have attacked them with everything, but they could have tapped down my best creature and the Flameright. It would have been less damage. And maybe bought them a little more time, but yeah, wasn't a game where they really got to play Magic. All right, good hand. Going for 7 wins here. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna play out a creature. Probably just gonna go aim for curve out here for the most part early. Judith or Zerda. I don't really want to... If I had a good attack here, I think I'd play Judith, but I don't really. So I'm going to play Zerda, which also makes it easier to transform this. They're going to play something that costs 4 this turn, it would appear. Ooh. Don't like that. Okay. So we can transform my Aetherblade Agent here for 3. It's probably better to just play Judith and attack. Yeah. They have a bunch of mana now, and they're going to start drawing cards. I don't currently have any removal that can deal with Inga and Isuka, which I don't love. I guess transforming Aetherblade Agent looks pretty good here. See whether it is. Interesting. Must not be a creature. No, it is a creature. I guess I just didn't want to have to tap any creatures for it. Okay. Well, time to transform this for 3. Yeah. Oh, for 2? Yeah, I didn't do my math right last turn. That's way better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, and then we attack with both of these. We leave up Collective Nightmare. So, yeah. So I think we probably just Collective Nightmare to blow them out a bit here. Does mean we're going to take some damage on our turn, but that's okay. We get to draw a card off of Mind Stinger. Could have held on to it with Invasion of Mercadia in my hand, I guess, but having as much mana available as possible seems good. They still have a bunch of mana, so, you know, that turn feels good, but they have a bunch of cards and a bunch of mana, so that part doesn't feel so good. Alright, so let's play Invasion of Mercadia. Unless they counter it. They do not. Discard Ichor Drinker. Hey, look, we drew a land. I think I attack the invasion with Mind Stinger, probably. Yeah. Could attack them, of course. They can block with the 3/3, but then I also pick off Portent Tracker, so seems fine to me. I could actually make this unable to block. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. You can't block. So you have to block now with Portent Tracker. Oh, or you have... Yeah. Far's Dispersal. Okay, alright. I guess I can live with that. I can transform this for 1 right now. I mean, I still have to pay 1 for the ability and then 1 for the incubate, so it's not great. I think I'd probably just replay Aetherblade Agent because at least it keeps Inga and Isaka from attacking me. Far's Dispersal has gotten us twice now. We will take 3. Clearly, no, there's one. I was going to say, clearly they haven't drawn one of their big payoffs for all this mana, but now they gained a bajillion life, and they have a huge 5/5. Don't love that. However, let's play Stormclaw Rager here. I think I'm gonna sack this and ping Portent Tracker. Wait, what? Oh, non-token. Go me. Okay. That didn't exactly go as planned. Well, what do I want to do now? Sack Aetherblade Agent for the same purpose? Or just play Completed Huntmaster? I think I'm just going to play the Huntmaster. Surely they have some really big, scary thing. I mean, the big Hexproof Trample would actually work pretty well in their deck. I think it's safe to say. Thinking about countering this, I guess. Just trying to get our shields up, basically, at this point, which isn't really where I want to be against a blue-green deck with 1,000,000 mana, but that's where we are. If we could just transform Invasion of Mercadia, we'd be in business a little more. So I can block this and kill it with Aetherblade Agent and then pick off the tracker. That seems fine. Yeah. Aetherblade Agent is in fact not a token. Transforming it is tempting, but it's not really like it's that great on this board, even once it's transformed now. So I think blocking and killing 2 things seems pretty good. See if it goes that way, or if they have some sort of plan. I could start pinging this, but that seems way too slow. I think I need to subtract from their board more than I need to do other things, but yeah, there's another big creature, one that can become unblockable. Don't love that. Alright, so let's play Invasion of Mercadia number 2. See if we can find something. Well, I guess we found something. You can make 3 3s, right? Yeah. Gosh, the vigilance too. So they can actually attack with all 3 of these and make this unblockable. That's not really what I want to deal with here. I am just going to play a land here so that I can transform this turn. I mean, it does show them I can't interact, but I think it's worth more to like block and sack something, and then transform this right away if I can. Are you going to make that unblockable? Interesting. Huh. Okay. Makes me want to hold on to Ichor Drinker just to gain a little more life. Oh, there's one of the big payoffs. Okay. 2 7/7s are going to be coming at us next turn. How about that? Well, yeah, I guess I'm going to do this. Oh, you know. Oh no, yeah. This is what I can do. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Freaking. They can only transform. Oh no, they can transform both if they want to because of Tidal Terror. So this is not a token. I mean, this is a token, so I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna sack it. Okay, can I actually transform this right away with Zerta in play? I think I might be able to. I'm still dealing with a 5/6 that's going to be unblockable, but I should be able to block the other things. I'll bring back my Death Toucher. 3, 7, I'll be at 4. Oh, I'll be at 4. That's a problem with Tidal Terror in play. So that doesn't really solve our problems. Okay, so basically I need to draw a removal spell that can kill that, which we have, but we only have one of it, and we've discarded it so many times that it doesn't care about us anymore. All right, so I think that means we're dead. Well, not entirely, but basically, yeah. I'll go ahead and play the Freewheeler. Invasion of Volgrotha might have been nice, but yeah. So those 2 7/7s are going to be coming at us. I can kill one of them. I mean, I could kill both, but kind of hoping they're really conservative here for some reason, and then I mean, even if they are, I don't know how we're going to get there, but... Till they cast that Glistening Dawn, we were in kind of okay shape, but even with Tidal Terror in play, because we would have at least been able to do a ton of damage to them. Yeah, so they can swing out and then make things unblockable, which is not good. So we're taking 5 no matter what. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to block there. You're going to block here, and then kill it with the Judith trigger. You two are going to double block. Can only kill one of you. And... yeah, so that's 5 blockers, and then I can sack one thing to completed Huntmaster. Probably Stormclaw Rager. That's going to die anyway. These don't have trample, right? No. They've got something, though. Oh, that's annoying. So... it's going to be down to 0 power. Yeah, all right. Might as well sack it, I guess. I guess I could have flipped one of these with enough death triggers. Three was just one too few. I guess, again, if I'd been paying more attention, I could have pinged one of them. Oh. So we did draw Merciless Repurposing. I don't think it's going to save us, but... yeah, no, it's not. I could have killed one of these. If I'd done that, I would feel better about things. We do still have another turn in us, at least, but yeah. Because I could have killed a 7/7 with all of the Judith triggers if I just, like, counted. But I didn't. Alright. So they don't have Vigilance anymore. So I guess they're not going to tap anything here, actually. But Tidal Terror is still what I need to kill, so... but we'll let this ability resolve, see what happens. Nothing happens. We're going to do this. Man, I don't still have my Zerta, so I can't transform both of these. Oh, and they have Artistic Refusal anyway. All right, we got to 6 wins. I mean, I played that game really suboptimally. I'm not sure there was a path by which I could win, but there probably was. You know, formats where gameplay gets really complicated are the ones that I'm the least good at because I think I'm a better drafter than I am a player. So that's why I'm beneath a 60% win percentage. Just might have snuck us right above it, but yeah. All right, so that'll do it for this draft video. At least we went 6-3. Deck was pretty sweet, and I'll see you all in the next one.